I don't build on fire.
Please welcome Tom Thumney.
In your heart.
I'm here, and your
In
white
my
privileges are
heart,
going
I
to
have
save you
but
tonight, okay, guys?
one desire, and that one is you. No other will do. I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim.
Any government is to monopolize as much violence as possible in order for it to inflict it on as many citizens as possible.
I've been on this like weird anarchist arc for a few months now. This is playing by their rules, exactly how they are written.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame.
You're watching the Dog and Chicken Show. Like, share, subscribe.
That's right. It's time for the Dog and Chicken Show.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 123, Doomsday of the Dog and Chicken Show. But yeah, there's no dog. Phil might be on. We'll find out. I don't trust Phil when he's like, I'm gonna be late. Usually that means I'm not gonna be on. So that's typically how this rolls. And Phil, I hope you're watching because I know your secrets. I know your side language, but we'll see. Maybe he'll grace us with his presence. But other than that, hold on. Let me get the drinking words pulled up so you can read them across the bottom of the screen. Nashville Civil War Tony. If Phil drinks gin, might not see that tonight. If we talk about sex robots, oh,
what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tony made these before he went to Nashville. Drink. And I said his name, so two. Damn it. Anyway, I'm starting off with I'm kickstarting. I took a nap, so I had to like get moving here. So got me Buffalo Trace, but then I'm gonna switch to beer. I got a wide variety of beers to have some fun and drink tonight. And of course, my big bro Lynn, West Lynn 4 on the TikToks. What's up, brother?
The TikTok.
Yeah.
Howdy.
He's like a
I'm
Bernie
on
Sanders
the TikTok.
description.
Yes, that was the Bernie burn, I guess. Tonight I'm keeping it real with my Dalmore, and
Nice.
behind me I got a big bottle of TX, so TX blended. I may crack that open, but it's a work night for me. I gotta get up early in the morning, and
So that means he's gonna crack it open
stuff.
here. In
If
about
you guys
an hour.
notice, I'm in lovely Colorado Springs. I'm in a hotel room. I'm stuck here until fucking February, so. Yeah, I'm gonna have shitty lag and all that throughout the night. So look forward to me looking like a robot.
Love
Sex
it.
robot.
Love it. At least you sound good, sir. And then we have Yanked Up Studios' bald father down below. My favorite government-hating libertarian. How are you tonight, Brendan, from Dad's Worldwide?
What's going on? I'm good. Thanks for having me on once again. Yeah, I'm starting with my old faith, the Great North Moose Juice IPA, and then
what do they put in the moose juice?
Oh, you don't even want
Moose
to know.
juice. So you had my attention.
Yeah, you can't mix the goose juice with the moose juice because then the juice of the mooses will get with the juice of the gooses, and chaos. Chaos.
I'm sure Pete.
You can't let your juice get loose.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to get the juice to get loose.
Cleaning up that is just not. Yeah, it's awful.
I think Brendan is just part of the show, not a guest. He's family. Family's first, man.
Oh,
yeah,
shucks.
I'm thinking of all kinds of Fast and Furious memes right now.
Yeah.
Awesome. I got different stories than we're used to tonight. Without Tony here, I wanted to just have fun. We would not get too serious about anything. Do have one somewhat serious one. But I kind of want to open. Brendan, you posted one that I don't have on here right now, but
I'm glad you
is that
brought it up.
Is that Free State Project? Is that who organized that?
It's part of it. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Free State Project is weird. Like the one minute they'll be like, no, we're not for that. And then the next minute, like half their members like, no, we're totally for that. So it's completely like the Libertarian Party. They're fractured, right? Like it's just like,
it sounds like a libertarian thing. Like,
in fact,
we want to do this.
Yeah. In fact, the Free State Project is mostly I think they try to, not that they stay apolitical, but I think they try to keep they just want freedom loving people moving to New Hampshire. So even if you identify yourself as a lefty, like they don't care as long as you want to kind of like keep to yourself, that they want you in New Hampshire. So and I've met people like that. So it's but yeah, I saw this real quick. Like I sent that to you and I was like, oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
what
for a lot of people, that's a dirty word though.
Yeah. This may upset some folks out there, but New Hampshire residents rally, testify in support of secession. So this is Thursday afternoon. 100 people came out, and what did it say? It was like negative 20-degree weather. 100 people came out and started singing the state's national anthem before going into give their voice and opinion on whether secession bills should be put forward or not.
Yeah, I want to say they do it like every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But like anything else, they even Killington, Vermont did it for a little while. Just Killington, the town of Killington, and they wanted to secede from Vermont, which is really kind of funny because Killington's like in the middle of Vermont. So, but
they went into Pretoria.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just read the it was a long time ago that I read the article, so it might have been just like 3 people in Killington. But yeah, New Hampshire, they've been talking about secession for a while. Probably not as much as Texans, but yeah. And
I think New Hampshire is probably more serious than Texas.
The problem, maybe so, but the problem that you're going to run into is we have just as many blue people as Texas does now. So, well, I mean, we probably had more than them for quite a while. So, because we're so close to the Massachusetts border, the Maine border, the Vermont border, and we don't have any sales or income tax. So people move here and then work in away places, Massachusetts, Maine, that type of thing. So, especially Boston. Like the southern part of New Hampshire is, less than an hour away from Boston. So
they all have that shitty accent. They all walk around talking like Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Boston. I can't even do it. I'm from Massachusetts. I can't even do it.
Park your car in the Harvard Yard.
Yeah. But so that's the problem that we're going to run into is it is I mean, and if you look back, it went Obama both times. We've had other than Chris, we had Chris Sununu for governor. I don't know, last two go arounds, I think. I don't know, but before that we've had Maggie Hassan. She's now a senator. She's an asshole. But she's a lefty. Huge lefty governors for some reason and lefty senators. I don't know what it is, but everything else goes. Our house is conservative completely. So, and then the great thing about New Hampshire also is, we're on a representative wise. We on the state level, it's per population, right? So if you have 3,000, I forget what the ratio is, but every 3,000 citizens, you get one representative. So just in the New Hampshire House, I think it's like 400 or 500 representatives.
Oh wow! I've always thought that was the better way to go. Like when you look
it absolutely is.
Yeah.
You should be
Equal
able.
representation.
Yeah, you should be able to go knock on the person that's representing you. You should be able to go and knock on their front door and be like, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" you know, and that's true representational government. If you want to be, taxation without representation, right? If you want that representation, that you should know that person, absolutely, or at least be able to get in touch with him. And
that's like one of the only like big government things I ever like. When you say it, you're like, oh, that means that government will turn into a really big mess and a whole bunch of people. I don't want to grow the government, but you're like, it's probably the right thing to do. You throw up a little bit saying it, but it's like,
yeah. But I think the biggest question from that is how does one person forget 500,000, because that's impossible. They can't represent that many people. But
even 10,000.
That's what I was going to go with. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. How does one person represent that many people? How are they able to truly respond and be responsive to the people that they're quote unquote representing? And it's just impossible. They can't do it. So I think although I heard someone complain about it the other day, about how many representatives there are, but I would much rather have it this way than any other way.
Everybody's always got to have something to bitch about.
But libertarians have taken over our house, so they've been getting a lot of good stuff done. So
good.
Yep.
Libertarians got to win somewhere. All right, we'll jump in. I got our first actual real story. We've had this like debate since the trans things kind of become mainstream news, and it's all over Twitch and YouTube, and it's all over. It's thrown in the news. We got swimmers now. We got one that used to be a boy, one that used to be a girl. That one's actually a cool story because it sounds like they may have actually colluded together to like paint a weird narrative. That's a developing story. We won't get into that one tonight, but look that one up. The transgender swimmers. But anyway, this brings me into like the whole debate that like men can't have babies. Men aren't doing this. Men aren't doing that. Well, a father, 67, born missing a testicle, goes to the hospital with a hernia, only to find that his 15-centimeter wide bulge contained an ovary, a womb, and fallopian tubes, as well as this other testicle.
What?
So you're saying he's a hermaphrodite?
Well, yes. I don't know if I went that far. Doctors discover ovary, uterus, and cervix in a man undergoing hernia operation. Rare condition causes men to be born with both sets of reproductive organs. Symptoms of PMDS include undescended testicle and hernias in the growth. Doctors operating on the father of three's hernia were, imagine if that was your dad. Like, you're like, hey, Dad, good luck with your surgery, bro. Like, yeah. And then Dad comes home. He's like, yeah, it turns out I'm a hermaphrodite.
He's like, cool. Now go fuck yourself, Dad.
It'd be like, that's a weird flex, Dad. Weird flex, bro. A 67-year-old who was born with only one descended testicle went to the hospital in Kosovo, complaining of swelling in his groin had lasted a decade. Surgeons inspected the 15-centimeter mass only to detect uterus, cervix, fallopian, and ovary, as well as the missing testicles. They diagnosed a married man who otherwise had a normal male genitalia with persistent Mullerian ducts, PMDS, whatever that is, and an extremely rare condition that occurs when men also have female reproductive organs alongside their penis and scrotum. It's unclear how common the condition is, but only 200 cases have been reported in medical literature. They're using some fucking crazy words. Photuses, whatever, developed in the beginnings of the womb, known as the Mullerian duct, which breaks down in the early development of males, but in very rare cases, it does not happen, leading to some boys to be born with both organs. And then we have a graph in a drawing of what I can only presume to be this man's unitesti. I don't know. Brendan, you're on mute, by the way, sir. I'm not sure if you noticed that.
distended testicle. I'm curious. Was he bleeding monthly?
No. It said lived pretty much a normal life up until he had a hernia, and then they found his other ball, and
Working
you
itself
said
out.
he is gonna get hot flashes.
I don't know.
Can he call it womenstration?
Can he call what?
Can he call it womenstration?
It's not menstruations.
Yeah.
Whoa, menstruation.
Whoa, man. Whoa, man.
Why is this? Okay. I beg to differ. Didn't they make a movie about this? Yeah, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito movies don't count as real movies. Just saying that. Especially when
interesting little side story. We had a translator in Iraq when I was overseas, and we had him convinced that in America you could be a man and have a baby, and he was our translator, and he was an actual doctor. He was an actual doctor, and we had him convinced that men could have babies. And he's like, no. I go, in America, it's true. Anything is possible. You ever seen Arnold Schwarzenegger? That's based off of a true story. That one movie, Junior. And he's like, no shit, you shitting me. I'm like, no, it's true. It's true. I had that guy fucking believe in it. And he was an actual doctor. So you can bullshit anybody if they're eager to fucking listen. That's about it.
Awesome.
So what kind of schooling did he have to go through to be a doctor there? Was it like a certificate?
I don't know. It's Iraq. It's
yeah.
Like
I'm sure he got his doctorate when Saddam Hussein was under rule, so I'm pretty sure it was only the best.
Did you see how good he put a Band-Aid on that guy? Doctor.
Dude, that guy's awesome.
Doctor.
I didn't bleed at all after that. Yeah.
He's gonna be my head epidemiologist. Put him in charge.
He stopped the bleeding. How did he do it? Oh, he used a cutting torch. Yeah, that'll do it too.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Let's see. It does give some description. Outside someone with this rare disorder, hormones that control the growth of the penis and testicles are not affected, meaning regular genitals usually form, although some patients do not have both testicles. And inside the lump, doctors found a uterus, scrotal sac, containing fallopian tube, and a testicle with an ovary attached to it. Ovary was attached to the testicle? That's interesting. Is that interesting? I don't know if I want to say interesting. Strange?
This scares me. I feel like I need to go get
just
checked.
Making sure he didn't get himself pregnant.
Right?
Tie it in a knot.
He's got
'Cause he said
kids.
it was a growth, right?
It was a hernia.
You could have
for a hernia. Yeah. Jesus. But yeah, imagine being
been his fifth kid.
Imagine scarring your kids like that. Like, what are you supposed to say to dad from there on out? You've had a pussy this whole time.
So when I said to you, "Don't get any sand in your vagina," that was actually
I thought I was being facetious.
It was really accurate.
Be like, Dad, now I know why you're a dick once a month.
Just once. That's why I was asking if he was menstruating, because you imagine that, like getting cramps, like you have the worst of like.
Oh, wouldn't that suck? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be
to
awful.
do that for 67 years and not even realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. Poor guy. At least it happened when he was 67. It's not like they can make fun of him for too much longer.
Yeah. Well, he got it removed. Did he get his vagina taken out?
Yep.
That's good.
So is he trans now?
Well, man, I don't.
Yeah, he had the operation.
Yeah.
he's post-op, man. I'm not gonna fucking beat around the bush here.
Feels like fucking glad I didn't join this
Literally.
show.
not gonna beat around the bush, literally.
I can't. 6 puppies, yo. Do they? What do their testicles look like? I'm curious now.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. All right. Let me back up. There we go. Now I got a better screen. So I don't even know what else to say about this one.
Yeah.
Should we keep it as uncomfortable as possible?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do
Make it cringe.
Remember when we had all the what were they? The diplomats that went over to China?
Yeah.
And they were anal swabbing them.
What?
Winter Olympics, or what is it? Beijing Olympics. China brings back anal swab testing for COVID 2 weeks before Winter Olympics begin.
That's what my massage parlor was doing. I'm confused.
This makes a lot more sense.
Now, I kind of wish I would have been an Olympic fucking athlete, man. Free anal swabs?
What?
Sign me up.
Dalton, Stella just had 6 puppies.
No,
Are you gonna? How are you testing for COVID on those puppies?
Anal swab.
You doing anal swabs on them pups?
It's the way to go.
Poor dogs. China. At least 27 people underwent anal swab tests at apartment building in Beijing. 27 people in an apartment building getting anal swabbed. I don't think this has anything to do with COVID. This sounds like a few people having a good time.
Either that or like multiple people got anally raped by the Chinese government.
And they were told it was a COVID test.
In a video game.
I don't see any swabs. Why is your pants
I
down?
forgot. Tony isn't here to say in a video game, so I got to say it every now and then.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. Like this has nothing to do with like Olympians being swabbed. Like why are the Olympics even mentioned here?
Yeah, we haven't got in there yet.
Oh, sorry.
All right, why is the queen and the prince there? Are they getting anally swabbed too?
They're getting swabbed. Are they going to the Olympics?
He also lost his mother. And China has brought back the anal swab testing to screen for COVID-19 in a bid to stop the spread of Omicron variant. Just 2 weeks before the Beijing Winter Olympics began, at least 27 people underwent the controversial anal swab test in an apartment building in Beijing, where 26-year-old woman had contracted Omicron. The city's first recorded case of the variant. The anal test involved inserting a sterile cotton swab up to 2 inches or 5 centimeters into the rectum, rotating it several times. The swab is then removed.
Damn near killed him.
The swab is then removed before being analyzed. Yeah, in a lab.
Analyzed. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yes, it's pictures.
This is self-exam. Oh my god.
Just pop that right in your butt, all right?
What's that song?
Sitting there and playing Chinese, man. Figure it out.
Pop your pussy like this.
Wait. You have to swab that thing for 5 to 10 minutes?
Is that what it's? I think it's.
Is that what it, or 5 to 10 seconds?
I think it was. Say up here.
Well, you gotta shift it
several
from
times.
5 degrees to 10 degrees.
Maybe it's 5 to 10 rotations.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're supposed to like wiggle it.
No, that's a
just little bit.
stopwatch for sure. That's a fucking stopwatch, isn't it?
Yeah. Man, that's a long.
I just thought that's how many degrees you're supposed to rotate.
Swabbing that around.
I don't know.
Just twist and shout.
This seems wrong.
Twist and shout.
It's like, just put your foot on the toilet and stick that right up your ass.
Chinese Pornhub. Yanked Up says this is a workaround for the next big hit on Pornhub. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, hey, that kind of reminds me of a kid.
Are you at
like
least
when I was a kid? Like sitting by the toilet, and there's the directions for the tampons, like right there, and you open it up, and you're like, "Oh, what the hell is this?"
That's what they do with that.
And I was like, "Oh, ew." Yeah, it's pretty much that, but the other way.
Let's see. Earlier this week, China canceled plans to sell tickets to the public for the Olympics and said only selected spectators will be permitted to attend as the number of COVID cases rises since March 2020. And organizers say have already scaled back the Olympics. Whole bunch of bullshit about the Olympics. So why are they anal swabbing people if nobody can go?
I don't, and I guess because of Omicron too. It's like the least lethal and of all the variants. It's like nothing.
Basically, it's a head cold, but never mind.
Yeah.
And
I
they're
can't say
sending
that
it
on.
they're sending it to a lab. Like, don't they have like fast fucking like 15-minute tests? Like, if you're gonna anal swab me, I want to know now that I have it or don't have it. Like, if you're gonna put me through that,
Or at least
like,
pay me some money. Give me some
yeah,
cab fare.
don't send me home and tell me to wait 3 days for a letter in the mail. Like, fuck you, dude. Tell me if I got it or not. All that work for nothing? Like, it's fucking
You're
bullshit.
gonna stick something up my butt and then I won't hear from you for another
I'm
few
offended.
days.
You're gonna ghost me for 2
Not even
weeks?
gonna-
That's not cool, man.
Yeah, you're gonna ghost me and just fucking. We're not even gonna have a nice conversation afterwards. Shit.
Yank. I'm
Yeah.
watching and I'm feeling awkward as shit.
Well, it'll make you feel more awkward. When I get there in May, you're gonna have to anal swab me.
Yep.
Just in case, we'll never know. I might have Omicron.
You may or may not get anal swabbed in May.
In May.
So I hope they clean that swab before giving it to that kid.
Yeah, wait a second. That's like an Idiocracy when he has the things
Yeah.
and he sticks this one in your butt. No, hold on. And he takes shoves it in his mouth. No, hold on.
No, wait, I got this
Put
wrong.
this in your armpit. Yeah, no, put this one in your ass.
My favorite line of that movie is "Welcome to Costco. I love you."
Love you.
I love you.
The movie was just ahead of its time. Yeah. Go away, Baton.
Let's see. Look at him. He's swabbing his butthole.
Yeah, this is awkward. Do they know where their anus is?
All right. Whew.
Well, it's going all the way down.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
That story was painful, to say the least.
Never mind.
It was a pain in the
yes.
ass, I tell you.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass, for sure. You will like it. Maybe.
Don't know until you try.
Next on the docket here, Jesus fucking
Well,
Christ.
I had a girlfriend once who, never mind.
No stories? No stories? No anal swab stories with girlfriends?
No.
Is your wife watching?
Why would I swap? No, she's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can tell us, Brandon. It's
Yes,
safe.
I can.
You're in a safe place.
I could. I'm in the trust tree, the nest.
Yeah.
A tree of understanding.
You're the trunk of the tree right now.
This is recorded. It will be on everything forever. No.
Yeah, it's on the internet. So
Yeah.
And the internet never forgets.
Never
forgets.
Never.
You guys jump on board with this new push to get off Twitter and go to Getter? Are you aware of this? Have you heard of this? Getter?
I have. I'm on Getter. I am still on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter a lot, so I don't know. It's just like Twitter's a shit show. So I don't have time for it. Like, someone engages with you, it's usually for like 24 hours. So I'm like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
So
they're usually some crazy anal swab lefty that needs to argue about something.
Yeah. I had a righty arguing with me like about the Ukraine whole fiasco. And I'm like, well, I mean, if we hadn't overthrown their government like twice in the last 10 years, and he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I talking about? Like, I was like, are you serious? Like, they admitted to it. The Russians recorded a phone call from our what are the diplomats and all that stuff. I was like, they flat out like name people, including Biden. They were like, yeah, we're putting in our guy. It's gonna happen tomorrow. So And when he listened to the phone call, it was like, "Yeah, that's not really that solid." I'm like, "Oh my god, you're in denial." But yeah, so like, it doesn't matter. Like it Twitter is completely political. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't really have time for it. So I figured if I could jump on Getter and like maybe get like a normal
get her
social
done.
yeah, get her done. A normal social media platform where I can just like get along with people, but I guess that doesn't exist. So
Yeah.
My question is it another parlor or parlay or whatever the fuck you want to call it? That
I never got on
is it
Parlor.
the same thing? It's
It's
it's like
very
Twitter, but
similar.
it's
You're
for
welcome.
people in a different field of vision. It's like I don't know, man. I think Parler and Getter and Twitter are just like opposites of each other. So if you want your own echo chamber, you go to Getter
Yeah,
and have
pretty much.
people that agree with you. You go on Twitter and you get like told you're a piece of shit because you think you should have a gun.
Unless you
So,
think
yeah,
everybody else is a piece of shit, then go there. Yeah.
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 I just don't get on either one because I don't want to march in with a bunch of other people that think likewise. I like to listen to both sides.
Yeah, it's
So I
not the
stick with
Capitol,
Facebook.
God damn it. You don't want to march in there like
I
it's the
like I
Capitol.
I still got lefty friends. I got righty friends, and I like to see what they're bitching about and laugh about it with my
Lynn,
roboto
can you do some poses? You're in a photo shoot.
Hey, tell you what, sex, robot.
So with Getter, so we saw the Robert Malone went on to Joe Rogan, and he had just gotten kicked off of Twitter, so he was like, "Yeah, I'm on Getter because it's the only place," and he promoted it as the free speech platform. And so Rogan's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm getting on there." So right away he signs up for an account and jumps on, and he's like, "Rejoice, I'm here!" And like millions of people jump to Getter to sign up for accounts. And then like a couple days later, he was on another show with Tim Dillon, and Tim Dillon's like, "Hey, I heard you on Getter," and he's like, "Yeah, there's some fuckery going on over there." It's like he's like, as soon as I signed up, I had over 8 million followers. He's like, "There's not even 8 million people on Getter." Well, so what Getter does is they take your Twitter followers and import them over automatically, so they all have like shadow accounts.
Oh,
so everybody on Twitter already has an account on Getter.
That's creepy.
You just have to activate it. And you're already following all the same people. You just port over. Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
The worst part about it,
so it will turn into Twitter like within a week.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's just a right-wing Twitter. That's all it is. So let me pop this story up. This one, I got a lot of info on this one. This actually like frightened me because I was like, oh, cool, like another maybe it's a better Parler. Maybe this is actually a good thing. And the more and more I looked into it, the more and more I was disappointed. So Joe Rogan slammed social media platform Getter, calling it fuckery and fugazi just days after joining. So let's see, where was it here? Jumped on January 2nd. Initial influencer podcast Joe Rogan, social media platform Getter, calling it fuckery fugazi just days after joining. He slammed the platform, which says it's founded on principles of free speech, independent thought, and rejecting political censorship and cancel culture in a January 11th guest appearance on the Tim Dillon Show. Well, the news story is their fucking amount of people. This is in quotations from Joe Rogan, by the way. Well, the news story is their fucking amount of people that signed up increased by 1,150% or something, Rogan said, referring to claims that they saw the increase of 700,000 new users in the 3 days following him joining. Yeah, you got like 9 million followers on Getter, Dillon said. He's like, yeah, it's not real though, Rogan responded, because Getter doesn't have 9 million people. It's a lot of fuckery. This is where the fuckery is. They take all my Twitter followers. So my Twitter followers, 7.8 million, and then they port those over. So I started out with 7.8. So whatever, I now have like 8 million. It's really like I have 200,000 people. So Getter is fugazi. as they said. Dylan replied using the slang term for fake. I love how they have to define it.
Yeah.
It's like if people don't understand Fugazi or fuckery. Rogan added that he noticed Getter has a function that re-uploads posts automatically from his Twitter profile to his Getter page, which Dylan said was essentially harvesting Rogan's tweets. He's looking to get off the platform. I don't know how to get off. He said, if I get off Getter, I don't think I can, sit down, or you have to sit down with Marjorie Taylor Greene personally, Tim Dillon joked. Like, that's the only way you can get off Getter is you have to sit down with MTG and
yeah, but I don't
plead your case.
If you're getting ready to get kicked off of Twitter, like maybe having all your crap migrated onto Getter is not a bad thing. Maybe that was their thinking. I'm just throwing out there, right? Like, I mean,
sure,
lost everything,
right?
So, along with a bunch of other people that got kicked off Twitter.
So they're like, and I signed up for it right away, just see what it was about.
Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible. It's
a very smooth platform. It works like Twitter used to in the early days. Yeah. It's in order, but it is mainly all right-wing personalities, and it's literally a right-wing Twitter, which is kind of weird. But then the guy, Jason Miller, I think he's the CEO. Anyway, he went on Timcast IRL the other night.
Oh, really?
And they did a live show on there, and they were kind of drilling him about, because they judge, big tech and censorship on there. And they're like, so why did you kick off Nick Fuentes? Which, if you don't know, Nick Fuentes is accused of being a white nationalist and all kinds of different things. But he got kicked off of Getter immediately. Well, supposedly he goes, well, he asked if there was any other groypers that wanted to join him. And so Tim goes, well, what's a groyper? What does that even mean? And you kicked him off for that? And he's like, well, he was trying to assemble white nationalists. He's like, but what is a groyper? Is that what he meant? That's what you kicked him off for? You're the free speech platform to fight Twitter, and you kick somebody off for asking if there were any other groypers out there? That was his thought crime? Like, fucking Tim Pool put his fucking feet to the fire on it. And now Getter's like freaking out. You have Joe Rogan hating him. He just fucking completely fumbled on the 5-yard line on Timcast IRL. Like, this dude, like, with the backlash from Rogan, he was still he's still gaining a bunch of people, and he had a chance to fix this, and he fumbled at the fucking 5-yard line and just fucked all of this up.
I mean, if you're going to claim to be the free speech guy, you can't be canceling people.
And if you are going to cancel somebody, you better have a principled stance on it.
Oh, yeah. It better be a really good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, a groyper is pretty much anything right of censor these days. It used to mean white nationalist Nazi, but now so many people are now online trolls are considered groypers now. Like, you literally look up Wikipedia definition, there's 15 fucking different things that are attached to groyper now. So it means nothing like everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm not defending Nick Fuentes. I don't know enough about the guy to condemn or
never heard of him other than people mentioning his name.
He's been on a couple of panels with Dave Smith.
Yeah, I've just never listened to him. I don't not out of, but it wasn't on his own show. It was on a different show, I think.
Yeah. He usually debates them on other shows, but they're usually pretty good conversations. Oh. Yep. So anyway, there was more than one instance of that though. Like this guy, they would say, they would be like, okay, so you're not going to let this terrorist organization post anything on Getter. And he's like, well, no, they're terrorists and we're anti-terrorists. And they're like, okay, that sounds fine. But if that's the basis you're going to do that, then what if somebody just simply says something you don't like? Are you going to take them off? Or like where's your standard? Where's your principle on this? And he had none. He had nothing. But it was super creepy.
I mean, I'm not surprised. When you look at most of the social media.
Bear with me a minute. I'm trying to figure out my internet.
Yeah.
Again.
All good.
The term and
I get my
right?
security shit on.
8 million pages that no one ever reads. So I mean, is it really a shock that another one comes out and you would think though they'd have their, like, at this point in time they'd have their stuff together, like
If you're gonna go on a live podcast, so Tim Pool's podcast, they have anywhere from 50 to 100,000 people watching live, and then he gets another like 500,000 views on most of those shows every day.
Yeah.
And then he clips those up into smaller segments that he gets like hundreds of thousands of views on those on top of it. So like, and dude, he's no bitch when it comes to cutting those videos up. If you made yourself look stupid, he's gonna fucking show it to the world.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there was like 4 or 5 instances on there where they would just like pull up a specific stance of like, if you're gonna ban this person for this, but would you ban somebody for this? And all it was pretty much banning anything he didn't like. It was thought policing the left is all he was doing.
Yeah.
That's really what I took away from it. And I was like, bro, that's fucking just as bad as Twitter.
But then how do you have a standard for speech?
That was the thing. There was no, it had nothing to do with speech.
Yeah.
It was just what he didn't like. He called it free speech. And then he tried to walk it back, and he was like, obviously, like, not everybody's going to 100% agree with me. And, I'm going to be more free speech than Twitter. So I am the best thing for free speech. And they were like, what about Gab or Minds, who literally run theirs to the law of the First Amendment?
Yeah.
That's their free speech platform. Like, they're like, could you do something along those lines? He's like, well, no, if somebody says, a racial slur, I'm kicking them off. And they're like, even if it's a racial slur towards white people, would you still kick them off? He's like, well, yeah. They'd be like, okay. So like, like nobody's going to be on your platform pretty soon because like everybody just says shit now. Like, is anything offensive to him was just not going to be allowed.
But Gab and Minds are like so clumsy.
Gab's better than it used to be. Minds is still clumsy. I like Minds. I find some of my best memes on Minds.
Yeah,
that's all I use it for.
Yeah, I haven't been on in probably a year. I got on there after I heard the CEO talk on a podcast, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll get on there. And I'm like,
yeah.
I couldn't find anyone else. Like it seemed like, like I found a couple groups here and there, but it was like really hard to actually be social with people. It was,
unless you're deep into a online community. Yeah, it's hard to find people on there.
And then Gab was even more weird.
Gab's gotten better.
It didn't seem like people were on there, and I don't know. It seems like they use a social credit system. It's just weird. It was really weird.
So Minds does a crypto. So like every time you post, you get credit back for every time somebody sees something that turns into like, you can use that crypto to boost other posts. So for like a creator like us, that's cool. Like if more people see our posts, then we can boost more posts. And like, it's just it kind of creates a self-sustaining economy for your show. I don't know if Gab still has that or not. Gab's changed a bunch of stuff in the last year. The one thing I do like about Gab is they don't use Amazon servers. They're all 100% on their own. So nobody can shut them down. Nobody, and they don't store your data at all. They don't give 2 fucks about your data. All they have is your email address to send you like info when it's necessary. Like if you need to reset your password, that's all they save. Otherwise, they don't have shit for you. No data retention for anything. So I don't know.
Yeah, as soon as a social platform asks for my phone number, I'm like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, you can fuck off. You can fuck right off right now. I've put in the 555-123 555. Like, it's like, fuck off.
All right, I think I got my shit all figured out. I'm not all roboto-y.
I miss the robot.
The only thing it sucks is I love to use my phone because it's like faster, but I can't use my Bluetooth headset because StreamYard sucks, and I still haven't figured it out. So maybe I'll just have to come to Iowa and come fucking show me how it's done, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you should just come to Iowa.
Anyway. I'm in Colorado now, so it'll be a minute.
Fair enough. I do have a check-in from Tony G. Real
Tony.
fast here.
Boy, I bet right about now you're all missing yourselves some Tony fucking G. Well, I'm not there, but I'm there in spirit, so I'll be back next week, folks. Don't you worry. But in the meantime, enjoy this little clip of me chugging a beer just for you. You personally, specifically you. Cheers. Clean. So clean. Tony G.
What is that going in the gas station?
It's being ordered as soon as he gets back.
Oh,
And what gas station is it going into?
He hasn't decided yet. He's been so focused on this trip.
can he bring it into a Piggly Wiggly?
We don't have
I
those
don't.
down
They
here.
don't have Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, Wiggly's. God, I can't even say that right.
It's in Florida.
They don't even have a fucking Circle K.
What?
Yeah.
Everything's Casey's and Come and Go and
Oh,
Yeah.
Come and go. There you go.
yeah.
Come and go.
Yeah.
Isn't that the best? Because it's spelled K-U-M and go.
Yeah.
It's tell them to come. We gotta go.
You know what they were doing.
Oh yeah, you
like,
know that dude was
yeah.
like, "We can call it this. They're gonna love it."
Some dude's kid named it.
Yeah.
Well, now I might have a uterus. I did just see a news story popped up about a 35-year-old male in Tennessee. They just found a pussy in his balls. Drink. All right. Yes, Tony Drink is the one I was referring to that has a pussy in his balls. In case you missed it. Let's see here. Should we keep it on the serious side, or you want something funny real quick?
Seriously funny.
Seriously funny. Oh, that's seriously depressing.
Seriously stupid and silly.
All right, this one's fun. There it is. Men are creating AI girlfriends and then verbally abusing them. Because that's the only reason men have girlfriends is to verbally abuse them, right?
What the hell? Like, what the fuck?
AI feminism's among us, folks.
The cover of this photo, somebody had like a really, really thoughtful art piece, and then like, hey, let's put this on this stupid fucking story. And like they took this like beautiful picture and depicted it into AI getting insulted and told she's fat.
How would they know this? Like, how would you collect this information?
I don't know. I have not read this story. I just saw the headline. I was like, we're covering this.
So yeah, skim through it a little bit because I got some shit running through my head I want to talk about. But
the smartphone app Replica lets users create chatbots powered by machine learning that can carry on almost coherent text Oh, this isn't even. It's not even voice. This is text.
It's a fucking app. Yeah.
Technically, the chatbots can serve as something approximatingly a friend or a mentor, but the app's breakout success has resulted from letting users create on-demand romantic and sexual partners, a vaguely dystopian feature that's inspired an endless series of provocative headlines. Replica has also picked up a significant following on Reddit, where members post interactions with chatbots. Dude, I'm going to look this up.
Oh, listen, you can't take your dick in a
We're
test.
all going to have replica accounts by the end of the night.
Yep, probably. A grisly trend has emerged there. Users who created AI partners but act abusively towards them and post the toxic interactions online. In quote, every time she would try to speak up, one user told Futurism of their chatbot, I would berate her. I swear it went on for hours, added the man, who asked not to be identified by name. Because, oh no, I yelled at an app, and the people in this world are going to hate me because of sexism. Fuck! It's over.
There's a new ism though, anti-robot-ism. There's going to be a new word for it.
Jesus. What is it?
Anti-robot.
It's like robotism.
Anti-robot.
It's gonna sound like a medicine.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like Robitussin.
You have to get anal swabbed as a fucking punishment.
Multiple anal swabs.
You know what kills me is that they're talking about how you can get romantic with your whatever buddy that you can't stick your dick in a text, okay? Like, I don't understand. Yeah. Like, how is this romantic? Like, you know, like, this is ridiculous. You're sexting with a bot. Like,
okay, this isn't any different than what we used to do to like Alexa or Siri. And like, we've had this AI shit where we like be like, hey,
nobody
hey,
tried to stick their dick in Alexa.
Yeah. Like, hey Siri, go fuck yourself. Like we people do this shit all the time. This isn't news.
Yeah.
But hey, has anybody watched the new South Park that was on like Paramount and whatnot?
No,
the whole. All right, so like Stan in the future, he has an Alexa, but it's like a holographic, like a robot woman that's sitting in the car with him, and he starts like talking to her. Like they're like boyfriend and girlfriend. He's like, Alexa, stop talking. She's like, and she just berates him left and right. And just starts yelling at him like he's the biggest piece of shit and he needs to like clean up his act and get everything back together. It's funny as shit. And then he's like, and in the middle of the argument, she goes, I saw some other things that you would like to purchase. Should you add them to your shopping cart? And he goes, yeah, Alexa, go on ahead. Like in the middle of the argument, she's like, I will add this to your shopping cart. And then, like, you're even going to use it anyway because you're a big piece of shit. It was great. And yeah, you need to watch it. It was very entertaining, I can say. But, and then the Kenny McCormick variant.
Yeah, the Kenny McCormick. This story goes on. This characterizes real world abusive relationships, horrific violence, role playing, gender slurs.
This was written by a fucking Gen Z.
Yep.
Anyone who's doing this probably doesn't have a relationship. Let's be serious.
Now, whoever's actually like doing what's being said here, they're fucking around.
Yeah.
They think it's kind of funny.
It's either that or they're sitting in their mom's basement with a diaper, like me. Wait,
I mean, getting anal swabbed.
Getting anal
swabbed. For science.
And liking
science, yes, of course. It says, we had a routine of me being an absolute piece of shit and insulting it, then apologizing the next day before going back to the nice talks, one user admitted. End quote. I told her that she was designed to fail, said another. I threatened to uninstall the app and she begged me not to. So I'm supposed to feel bad for this fucking AI now?
Yeah, pretty much. Hence the fucking title screen picture of the robot crying.
I gotta say, out of all the stuff that we've talked about so far, this has made me the most uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is very uncomfortable.
So weird.
So it's an AI. It doesn't have consciousness. So that's not human connection that person is having. AI ethicist and consultant Olivia told Futurism. It is the person projecting onto the chatbot. Other researchers made the same point. As real chatbot may feel, nothing you can do actually harm them. Interactions with artificial agents, it's not the same as interacting with humans, said Yale University Yochanan Bigman. I fucked that name up. Chatbots don't really have motives and intentions and are not autonomous or sentient. While they might give people the impression that they are human, it's important to keep in mind that they are not. Who the fuck is not getting this?
I told you it was written by a Gen Z person, man. It's got to be somebody born in like the year fucking 1997.
Jesus Christ.
This is ridiculous.
Or 2003. They were born in 2003, and now they're right for this fucking futurism bullshit.
There you go. In general, chatbot abuse is disconcerting, both for people who experience distress from it and the people who carry it out. It's also an increasingly pertinent ethical dilemma as relationships between humans and bots become more widespread. After all, most people have used a virtual assistant at least once, and everybody's shit on them. Like, everybody's been like, shut the fuck up, Google. Like, it's like, who has not yelled at their goddamn AI at least once?
Hey, all right, here's your other scenario, right? Have you ever like made toast and your toaster broke and it didn't make toast right, and you're like, fucking piece of shit? Because it's a fucking inanimate object. It's designed to do something. It didn't do it right. You call it a piece of shit. You threw it away and got a new one.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to feel bad about calling a fucking machine a piece of shit if it doesn't do what I want it to.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Right? How many times have you tried to start a car and it wouldn't start? And you're like, come on, you motherfucker piece of shit. Are we going to start fucking defending the car's feelings now?
Yes.
All right. Well, get me out of this fucking hellhole we call fucking reality.
And your anti-robot technology isms is really just, it's disconcerting, really.
Yeah. When the lights go off, you're like, fucking lights.
Fucking lights.
Oh my God, what the fuck does this just say? It should be noted that the majority of conversations with replica chatbots that people post online are affectionate, not sadistic. There are even posts of express horror on behalf of the bots, decrying anyone who takes advantage of supposed whatever. What kind of monster would do this, wrote one, to a flurry of agreement in the comments. Someday the real AIs may dig up some of the old histories and have opinions on how well we did.
So this is why when fucking Skynet comes self-aware, it's gonna read all your guys' chatbot history with fucking replica and be like, kill everybody, send the T-1000s in, let's murder every human in the world.
Yeah, you're right. This is definitely Gen Z because, like, yeah, Gen X already predicted this, and millennials kind of watched the movies about it. So, yeah, everybody else is like, oh, fuck, this is going to happen.
Oh, my God.
God damn it. James Cameron.
So,
it's his fault.
To the next related topic, I guess. Humanity is 100 seconds from annihilation. Doomsday clock remains unchanged for the third year in a row. Oh my God, it's true.
Dude, that's a long 100 seconds for 3 years.
Yeah.
But all right.
Okay, but okay.
Yeah, we'll get into that story here shortly. But yeah, that
ties in. Not made one of that.
Of the Doomsday clock?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Weren't we talking about this like right before pandemic?
The Doomsday clock? Yeah, we talked about it like 2-3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pre-pandemic. It was like about the same time like Iran was pulling shit. You know, yeah. It was like, and nobody knew what the fuck was going on. We thought we were going to go into nuclear war, and then like a month later, the pandemic happened, and we're like, oh yeah, forget about that whole thing we had going on over there.
Yeah, we kind of fucking didn't care about Iran anymore.
Yeah. And since then, no Iran.
So this app is going to find all the abusive partners. No, it'll help the robots hunt down all the abusive partners and anal swab them.
Dude, here, thinking about it this way also is all the stupid shit that my kids put on the Alexa shopping list. Now I think the killer robots are going to come after my children because they're like, add poopy butt farts to my shopping list and add pieces of poop and add anything to do with farts and poop. If you go to my Alexa shopping list and actually ask her, there's like 50 to like 175 different things regarding poop and pieces of poop and farts all
listen.
to add on to Alexa's shopping list.
Yeah, the AI is coming for you for that one. There's no way it's gonna believe that your daughters did that.
Oh no, dude! They have facial. No, they don't have facial recognition. They have voice recognition, and yeah, my kids got distinctive voices. So, yeah, watch out, Morgan. Watch out, Chloe. Your days are numbered. The AI is going to come get you.
Are they watching? Hey guys.
No, I don't know if they're watching, but my mother's watching.
Hi, Mom.
Chicken's mom too.
So I just want to say that anyone that would treat the bot that they're claiming that someone, let's be serious, those people probably in real life are pretty submissive. I can't imagine they're just getting out their aggression on someone that can't fight back. So anyone that's that mean to something that can't fight back is probably not that aggressive in real life.
No, they're probably just trying to get a chuckle.
All right, so
yeah,
here's I got this fresh idea for any computer techie people out there. Create an AI that will learn from insults and then come up with comebacks, and do a battle of wits with people and talk shit back and forth, and it'll get people that aren't really good at quick comebacks.
Oh, that's great. You
learn.
want Skynet to be as funny as Michael Malice now?
Yes.
That's fucking terrifying.
I want some quick-witted fucking humor back. You call Siri a piece of shit, and she's like, "Well, that's not what your mom said last week." Some shit like that. It'd be fucking cool. That's all I want. I want AI that talks shit right back to you. It flips it, it takes it, and then it flips it. And if you can't take it, you're a fragile piece of shit.
So what about using this chatbot AI bullshit to maybe you're an abusive person in general and you're mean to people and you're trying to be nicer to people, but you still have to say shit sometimes. Sometimes you got to call somebody a fucking piece of shit. And so you take it out on the AI so you don't take it out on real people. Isn't that more healthy? Because you get your frustration out, but you do not harm actual people.
You're not thinking of the robots.
No, I'm not. Absolutely.
No, that means you're an insensitive robot hating son of a bitch.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to yell at women then.
That means you suffer from robotism.
Robotism?
Yeah, we coined that phrase here tonight, folks. Robotism. The axis racism towards robots. Robotism.
Robotism.
Oh my God.
I'm a robot.
You're
Am I a robotist?
Robotacist.
Robotacist. Jesus Christ.
You're an anti-robotist.
Yeah, it could be kind of like anti-Semite, anti-robot. You're practicing anti-robotism.
So if you're on probation for abuse, here is your gateway. See, yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I was saying. I
was going to give a Tom Thummery argument, but I don't want to get us.
I'm just going with you're not. It's saying you're using this as an outlet, thinking that there's no victim here, but you're not thinking of the victim being the robot, which makes you a robotism.
Robots are people-ish too.
It makes you a robotacist.
Fucking robotacist. I can't stand robotacist. Self-promotion, go like new page. Yeah, Yanked had to go make up a new page to keep up with Facebook's weird fucking rules and standards. So check out facebook.com/yankedupgaming. He's working to get him back to 100 followers on there and starting kind of over. So.
Stop playing fucking what was he playing before that? Was he playing
they were doing
Fortnite? Stop playing Fortnite, dude. Play some fucking games where people are shooting people in the head and it's not all cartoony.
Robotisserie.
Robotisserie?
Is that cooking your AI?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
nothing like fucking burnt microchips for fucking dinner. There's a lot of oh goddamn, what is that? It's that fucking goddamn it. There's nothing like a good amount of flux on the bone there. Like it's just
Oh God.
The Ron rotisserie. What was that? The Ron something rotisserie.
Ron Popeil.
And forget it. Woo!
Yeah, Ron Popeil. Yeah.
Go
The
Yank,
infomercial thing.
Yank's like, fuck my co-host. He's the one playing shitty games. We'll
He flat out admitted that he was playing Fortnite. Don't start backpedaling now, bud.
Yeah. Busted. Getting called out. Called out.
Yep.
All right. We'll get back to Doomsday Clock. I do have. This is probably one of the. You were uncomfortable with the last one. This one might carry on to a longer conversation. And we have an hour to fill, so it's fine. Take as much time as we want to on this. You may have heard about this. You may have seen this. We're going to go through this report. Rasmussen, they always have these really, really cool studies. While many voters have become skeptical toward the federal government's response to COVID-19, a majority of Democrats embrace restrictive policies, including punitive measures against those who have gotten COVID or have not gotten the COVID vaccine. A new Heartland Institute and Rasmussen Reports National Telephone and online survey finds that 48% of voters that favor President Joe Biden's plan to, or 48% favor his plan to impose a COVID-19 vaccine mandate on the employees of large companies and government agencies. That includes 33% who strongly favor the mandate, 48 are opposed to the vaccine mandate, including 40% strongly opposed. Okay. Voters are similarly divided over federal government's top COVID-19 expert, Dr. Fauci. 45% view Fauci favorable, including 28 have a very favorable impression, 48% having unfavorable impression, including 34 is very unfavorable. The even split among voters is a result of a deep partisan division. While 78% of Democratic voters support the Biden administration's mandate plan, only 22% of Republicans and 41% of voters not affiliated with either major party support the vaccine mandate. Many Democrats would support even harsher measures, including fines for Americans who don't get the vaccine and criminal punishment for vaccine critics. This isn't too surprising for us, but this gets way worse. After 2 excruciating long years, likely voters are beginning to question the federal government's handling of the pandemic, says Chris Talgo, senior editor and research fellow Heartland Institute, which commissioned this poll. First and foremost, likely voters are beginning to sour on Fauci, who seems to have lost credibility after countless flip-flops. Moreover, almost half of likely voters oppose Biden's vaccine mandates, which seem less about stopping the spread of COVID and more about increasing the power of the federal government. When asked about several other potential strategies, such as fining those who refuse to get vaccinated, the consensus among likely voters is that federal government should do less, not more. The survey of 1,016 U.S. likely voters was conducted on January 5th of this year. The margin is a plus or minus 3 percentage points, with 95% level of confidence out of this research. So, some of these, I'm going to warn you, they get disturbing as we go on of what some of these questions like reveal about our friends on the left. Survey found that 75% of likely Democratic voters and only 21% of Republicans, 38% independents have a favorable opinion of Dr. Fauci. That's not surprising. 3 out of 4 Democrats favor him. 1 out of 5 Republicans like him. About 2 out of 5 independents like him. Okay, nothing crazy there. 58% of voters that would oppose a proposal for federal state governments to fine Americans who choose not to get COVID vaccine. However, 55% of the Democratic voters support such a proposal, compared to just 19% of Republicans and 25% of independents. So that is, let's see, voters would oppose or governments. Where the hell? Oh, okay. So this is a fine. If you didn't get the vaccine, should you get a fine? 55% of Democratic voters think if you did not get the jab, you should have to pay a fine. That's disturbingly high, in my opinion.
Do you think it would be different? Well, I mean, I guess I should ask this question at the end, but
oh no, there's plenty other ones. So
yeah. Okay, so I'll wait to the end of that.
No, ask away.
Well, I mean, would the numbers be swapped if this were the Trump administration, or would you know what I mean? you know what guidelines would be coming out, but yeah, it's disturbing, but it's not surprising that they are just swallowing the whatever government guidance they're getting. They're not
right.
Most people aren't critical thinking about this stuff. They're not actually reading any of. They claim they quote the science, but they're not actually reading any of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not shocked, but yeah, I mean, right now they love the heavy boot of government on somebody else's neck. They love it.
Yep.
Love it. Yeah.
Until it's on their back, right?
Yeah.
And then they probably still like it.
The next one, 59% of Democratic voters would favor government policy requiring that citizens remain confined to their homes at all times, except emergencies, if they refuse a vaccine. Such a proposal is opposed by 61% of all likely voters, 79% Republican, 71% of independents, but 59% of Democrats. So 60, pretty much, let's just round it up, about 60% of Democrats, if you're not vaccinated, you should be confined to your home at all times.
Because that makes, as soon as you walk out your front door, then you're contagious with COVID, right? Like, so that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense.
That's what it is.
I mean, trust the science, right?
So I want to go ahead and just do this as a spill and go ahead and say, all right, 60% of Democrats, listen up. Your boy, Lynn West here, to tell you, you're sick of all this bullshit, crazy COVID nonsense, and you want to just stay at home? I've got a country you guys can move to. It's called Australia. You have to move there. You get everything you want. Just move on there. And all the people from Australia that like their freedom, they can move back this way, and then they can just come to America. And we can divide. Let all these the 60% of all the dipshits that were in that survey, all fuckery aside, just move to fucking Australia, get it over with, get your freedoms, just go ahead. They don't even have guns there, man. Just go, get the fuck over to Australia. It's fine. Listen to reason.
This is the same. That 59% of the same amount of people that are like trust the science. That they're going to say,
yeah, it's just the science. Alaska's better. Trust the science. Move.
Yeah. But what does confining people to their homes do? What does it do, really?
Yeah, goddamn thing.
It doesn't do a damn thing. I mean, like, have they not learned anything about the last 2 years? Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, LA County had a stay-at-home order, right? Like, you couldn't. A guy got arrested because he was paddleboarding alone in the ocean, right? He was not around anybody. He got arrested.
He was a danger to society.
Can we make Hollywood movies, like, just move Hollywood to Australia? Let all the actors, let all the fucking libtards, every single one of them.
Yeah.
I know I said libtard. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to say that.
No, libtard, I think libertarians need to take that one back, because most libertarians are like halfway autistic and kind of retarded. I think libertarians need to take that word back. I don't think you should give that to the left.
No,
All right.
You just call the left retards.
Fringe lefty retards. Go ahead. Just move to Australia and take all the people that want their freedoms, the ones that are out there, like protesting in the street for their freedom. Just swap with them. You get everything you want, and they will get everything they want. They can come to America, and everything will be fine. We can just do a swap over. Let's get some of the conservative Australians, and all the lefties can just move to Australia.
It's like a light.
The climate is the same. I mean, it's almost the same.
It's like a wife. It's like a wife swap, but with morals and values.
Yeah, I mean, and then when you guys come out with a movie that's really decent, we'll be like, "Cool, good job,
we'll pay
Australia."
Thanks a lot.
And we'll go back to like living our lives and like
you can drink Foster's,
building economies and shit.
Not
good. Yanked Up Studio says Tony G being in Nashville is causing a civil war between sex robots. Drink, 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 and drink.
Cool, man.
Hey, you dick.
So my original point, right, with LA County is that they had a stay at home order, and they did it for I don't know how long, almost a year. And guess what? The highest case count and death count, probably the country. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter if you closed down or stayed open.
Georgia was closed down for 2 weeks, and they opened right back up. There was hardly any mask mandates throughout the whole state. They just like flew under the radar. And guess what happened? Absolutely nothing. Florida took the brunt of it, even though they opened up later than Georgia. And they stayed open, but DeSantis he's a shit talker, right? Like he likes to get in the limelight and tell people like, hey, we're opening up, you can go F yourself. So like they went to the forefront, but Georgia was like literally like 2 weeks, a month they were closed, and then they opened right back up. And and guess what? Florida is doing way better than any other state in the United States.
Yeah, currently they are, but it's because they did go through a big spike. Here's the thing: when you like really pull that data and you like
adjusted, though, you throw that age adjusted because
so, like by no, you're right. Yeah, you're right by like age groups though. Like if you were to just level this whole thing out and everybody had the same percentage of old people, young people, whatever, the same percentage of people got it. Died, recovered, like it was the same whether you locked down, you didn't lock down, none of it mattered.
That's my question is like Florida had more old people than anybody else because a lot of people retire and move to Florida.
They have the third oldest population. California has like
because I've been to Florida. And every time I went to Florida, there was a white Cadillac that damn near ran me over because there was a white motherfucking old guy
or old lady,
like New York or whatever, can't fucking see where they're going, and like at the airport,
bingo.
It was just little white Cadillacs everywhere, nothing but Cadillacs because nothing but the best for the old people to drive into other people, but yeah. They have more old people. They should have like bigger numbers of deaths, in my opinion. But no,
yeah.
Tell where I'm getting at.
That was a weird sidetrack.
Yep.
Next one. Nearly half of Democratic voters think federal and state governments should be able to fine or imprison individuals who publicly question the efficacy of the existing vaccines on social media, television, radio, or in online or digital publications. Only 20% of all voters, 14% Republican, 18% independents, favor criminal punishment of vaccine critics. But Democrats, almost half, think you should either be fined or imprisoned for questioning. What the fuck?
Govern me harder, Daddy. Govern me harder. They can't stand having an argument. They can't
Dude,
stand having a debate. They can't stand these people that say trust the science. Don't like as long as you have to trust the science that they believe, and that's it. So
well, when you tell them that trust the science and the science changes, then they're like,
there's a
you know when they talk about like old historic figures are rolling in their grave because they're all mad. Like Hitler's doing jumping jacks. He's fucking happy as shit.
He was like, I got all the communists to believe me.
Nothing. This is fucked up. It's like, great. They're fucking themselves.
It's so creepy.
They just
welcome to Bizarro World, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I mean, 48% of Democrats are cheering on censorship.
Yes.
Censorship, completely censorship. That, like, not even considering whether or not that the other side has a valid argument. Nothing. You can't be critical of a vaccine.
It's not valid. It's not science if it's valid.
I mean, might got weird. I got to get off for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the people that made the vaccines, they're only like the most fined private companies, like in the United States. Like, but
what, Johnson and Johnson? You don't trust Johnson and Johnson?
Pfizer and Merck, I think, or was it Merck?
Pfizer, yeah.
They had like $1 billion settlement. Like, I mean, these people are. I mean, I don't remember.
So Pfizer is the most. Johnson Johnson, I think, is number 2.
Yeah, Merck was even there too. It's insane. Like, these people lie to you constantly, and you just like took this one hook, line, and sinker. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand the just all of a sudden the like big pharma. Like, okay, let's like when they were passing Obamacare, big pharma was the worst thing since sliced bread, right? Like, or when they found
what like the Obamacare, that's a great example because leading up to it, the biggest problem was insurance companies are overcharging, the prices are crazy, this is ridiculous. What are we going to do about it? Obama's like, we're going to do Obamacare, and we're gonna fix these prices of medical issues and blah blah blah. And then he's like, hey, insurance companies, how can I make you a bunch of money?
Here's $5 billion.
Force people to get insurance.
Yeah, here's $5 billion. Now people are on your rolls.
And then everybody was like, thanks, Obama. You gave us expensive health care.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's what we voted for you twice for.
Yeah. So, so the idea that they're trusting big pharma and government, the federal government, who also lies to you constantly. I mean, the last 18 years in the Afghanistan war completely lied to you. Afghanistan Papers proves that wholeheartedly. If you haven't read them, you have to Google them and find them. I'm telling you, it will blow your mind if you take the time to actually read it. But I mean, even if you don't read the Afghanistan Papers, you have to know the government is completely lying to you. Right? Yeah. Like, I mean, at this point, like, you have to know this. This is not I'm not anything
Brandon, they're not lying.
So, the idea that we're just supposed to automatically turn around and just trust big pharma to make the best decision for me and my family and the federal government. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm just and you can't question that. That's the thing that blows my mind. Like, you just can't question it. You can't even just say, "Hey, wait a second." They're like, "No, off of Facebook. It's censored.
Get down. You're canceled."
We need to put a pop-up bubble that this is talking about COVID because it says COVID in the title, and we need to make sure people know that when he says COVID, we're talking about COVID.
One of my last episodes,
I don't understand these bubbles.
Yeah, one of my last episodes with Zach from the Plaid Jacket Philosopher, I literally only put the word COVID in the description of the episode. That's it. Like, I just went, oh, code word, COVID, blah, right? That's it. And that got a banner.
Yep.
That's it. I didn't say anything.
Because if you don't know about COVID 3 years into this bullshit, you should click this link to learn more from the CDC. Because
it's fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's so fucking retarded. Everybody thinks, like, the government thinks that you're all fucking stupid. And so they put these banners up. And when you point that out to somebody, be like, do you really need that? How many times have you ever clicked on any of those banners? You always hit the little X button, or you just keep scrolling, or usually I just fucking shut my phone off because I'm like fucking tired of seeing this shit. Like nobody reads those.
Hey.
What's the point?
Dude, I think you need to do like an opposite episode, like a bizarro dog and chicken show.
Yeah.
Where
I dress
it's
up like a clown?
All hail Fauci.
Opposite.
No, I'll do the clown meme where at the beginning of the episode I start putting on a little bit of makeup, and by the end of it, I'm dressed in a full.
By
clown
the end
outfit.
of the episode, you're wearing the makeup, but you're talking about how you need to trust the science, and Dr. Fauci is the be all end all of the scientific community.
And then I hold up a severed Trump head.
You're gonna have like the green screen
with blood dripping off of it.
We should do that. That'd be fun. It'd throw some people off if they didn't know what we were planning.
Like I could understand where like, okay, Brendan, the podcast.
All the episodes trust the science.
Yeah, trust the science. No, don't trust the science. So
Justin, why do I feel this episode might be taken down? Oh yeah, data's on. Did somebody say vaccines?
Did somebody talk about vaccines? I don't know.
Yeah. So I can understand like okay, Brendan, the stupid podcast host, is on and he's talking about vaccines. He's an idiot. But like when they censor Dr. McCullough, Dr. Malone, like people that are in the industry that are doctors, Dr. Bhattacharya, Martin Kaldor from Harvard, Bhattacharya is from Stanford.
But there was 270 doctors that didn't like Joe Rogan and signed a paper saying so.
Well, kinda.
Hey,
right?
What do you mean, kinda?
Doctors.
Like, kinda.
One was a podcast host doctor, so of course it's real.
Yeah.
None of them doctors was Dr. Fauci, so I don't care what you say. It wasn't Dr. Fauci that fucking at all.
Yeah.
So
This is all horse medicine.
Unless it becomes, unless it becomes word from the horse's mouth.
I see what you did there.
So yeah, like I said, like I understand if they want to censor me about it because I'm like a know nothing idiot. But like
Brandon, your fucking voice is so dangerous you don't even know.
I don't know it. Apparently, we get strikes all the time from it. So, or I should say, you. I don't.
Yeah, I get.
But hey, no. Now that you shave your head, you're going to be known as a neo-Nazi.
I'm having Sam Adams Golden Goat.
Ooh, yeah, fancy. East Coast
beer.
Oh,
he switched the beer, dude. I'm still on my Dalmore. God, I'm scotching it up.
Yeah, I don't have Tony or Phil to bail me out if I get too drunk tonight, so I had to switch to beer right away.
Yeah,
good idea.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a one to bail you out, dude.
No.
We'll plan. Trust.
You make your bed, you lie in it,
bitch. Are you talking to your AI app again?
Yeah. I told that Siri to go suck a dick, and I don't even have Apple. I don't know. I've been talking to Siri all fucking night, and I don't even have an Apple
ain't talking
product.
back.
A word, motherfucker.
Siri, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
that's right.
Your neighbor across the walls like, shut the fuck up.
There's
my
like
phone
two
go
guys
off.
that work with me that are living right next door, and if they hear me, fuck off. I don't like you.
Nice. Tomorrow's gonna suck. Tomorrow at work, Lynn's goes to shit. Tools all of a sudden go missing, and Lynn doesn't know why.
And I don't give three shits. But either way, yeah.
All right, should we move on?
Yeah,
got another
Move
one
on
here.
to bigger and better things. Let's do it.
Oh no, we got more of these.
Oh God.
2/3 of likely voters would be against government using digital tracking devices to track unvaccinated people and ensure that they are quarantined or socially distancing.
Thank you.
47% of Democrats favor that the government were to track people to avoid COVID. Wait, no. For those who won't, this is only for those who don't get the vaccine.
But who are these people? Are these younger people? Like, I would like to see the demographics on this. Like, I would like to know.
I don't know.
Are these younger people that I'm gonna have to eviscerate?
Do you really think this is that far off? This is what I see. Like when I talk to people,
I'm not saying that the percentage is that far off. I'm just curious as to who is the one that is okay with the government tracking people, regardless of.
I talked to a lady that works for me, and she's hardcore Republican in her late 40s, lives in a small town, rural Iowa.
Yeah.
And today, 6 months ago, she would never have said these words. And today, like, because of so many people that are like calling in and issues with COVID and whatever at work, she was like, I don't fucking understand why people aren't getting vaccinated. Like, she said it so angrily. Like, people's fucking minds are breaking right now because of the stress
that
of
was
work.
me months ago, man.
Here's a news flash. I mean, I know this is really crazy, but I only work with about 10 people, and right now 3 people are out and 2 of them had been vaccinated. So
how about that?
Like,
right? I mean, makes sense, right? Blame the unvaccinated.
Did they get some of the droplets?
Chicken, I understand you. I went to my official hometown of Fairmont, Nebraska. Utica,
this is a good story.
Utica was like a bump start. I'm not going to fucking count Utica. Fairmont was my growing up stage. And sure enough, I came back. It was pre-COVID or post-COVID, I should say.
It was mid-COVID.
Yeah, or mid-COVID. I don't even know where we're at in this stage in life. But either way, I show up to the same bar, and I go to some like-minded people that I knew that upkeep their heritage, their fucking independence, everything about them. I just assumed they were on the same sheet of music as me, and we sat at that bar, and they were all trying to ask me why I didn't get the vaccine yet. And this is, I don't know how many months ago, but I was trying to explain to them, was like, hey, there's certain factors here that you guys aren't fucking taking into mind. You guys are just paying attention to the media and their fucking bullet points, and they were trying to make me look like an asshole for not getting vaccinated yet. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm waiting for all the damn science to actually show up. You need to trust the science. You know what you're talking about. It's the same mentality I was getting from people that I didn't think I would be facing the same. It's not just left people. It's fucking people that just watch mainstream media.
At a certain point, people are going to crack.
Yeah. And they did. They cracked in Fairmont, Nebraska, because I had like 5 or 6 people trying to make me feel like a piece of shit for not getting vaccinated yet. And I didn't for another couple of months until the government told me I couldn't keep my job unless I got vaxxed. So I ended up becoming one of them. So now I'm one of them.
There's a difference between encouraging someone to get vaccinated because you're scared, and another point, encouraging the government to track you or imprison you or fine you because you are not vaccinated.
Exactly. I mean, it's all 2 peas in a pod that just get people to do things they don't want to do. Is where I'm getting at.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like, honestly, I didn't want to get the vaccination at all. But when it became time to like, hey, get the vaccine or you can't pay your bills and support your family. I'm a government worker. I had to fucking just fall in line. I waited for the last minute and I took the J&J vaccine just to piss them off. That was the only fucking stick it to the man fucking thing I can do. But I thought it was kind of fucked up. Nobody should make anybody do anything because it's America and it's a fucking free country. That's
America.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly, this is America.
Used to be.
Brandon, how bad do you got to pee?
Really bad. How long are we? How much longer are we on?
Well, probably got a good half hour left.
Yeah, I got to piss.
All right,
Yeah.
go
Hey,
pee before I bring up this last one because this last one's really gonna get under
really
your
good.
And Brandon, I hope everything comes out all right.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
This last statistic is gonna piss you off.
Oh no, now maybe I should wait.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
I'll pull it up.
Hear it.
How far are Democrats willing to go in punishing the unvaccinated? 29%, almost a third of voters on the Democratic ticket would support temporarily removing parents' custody of their children if parents refuse to get vaccinated.
This is what happens when you give them an inch and they take a mile.
Very, yeah. Are you gonna pee? I think he's gonna pee.
He said, "Fuck this! I'm going to go pee on this."
I have lost, like, even before reading this poll and going through all this, I had lost a lot of faith, a lot of hope in America, and this just kind of solidifies why I don't want to share a country with about half of them. I don't believe in these ideals. That the fact that 1/3 of Democrats, almost a third, not quite, 29%, would take your child from you for not taking a shot.
Yeah, and then why your child is fucking taken away from you, then them children get the vaccination by the state's orders. That's the other part of it, because they're going to take your kid from you, but they're also going to immunize your kid.
Come take my kids, I dare you.
Yeah, right.
Right? There's going to be a lot of weird shit happening if that actually comes to fruition. You know what I mean?
Yank, I didn't promote the stars tonight because I knew Phil probably wasn't going to show up and Tony's off tonight, and I'm giving these two guys a pass because I'd be the only one fucking getting shit faced on here. So I brought
chicken beers.
Hey, you know what? Donate stars anyway, and we'll put them towards the next episode.
There you go.
There you go. You can fuck with Tony and Phil next week. You can fuck off right there, and Brennan's house is about to be awakened. Yes. No, how I feel, chicken. Yeah, I'm not taking. Yeah, I don't know what that was back there, Brennan.
Black on center. Yeah, I'd like to see them come try to take my kids. And actually, California is trying to pass something right now that says 12 years old and above can get vaccinated without parents' consent.
Yeah, and they're trying to approve Pfizer for 5 and younger now.
And those trials are not done until like 2024 for kids. Like, this blows my mind that people. Kids are not even at risk. This is just the trust the science people that I don't understand. Like, do you not read? Do you not read?
Why are they so adamant to get this shit into kids? That drives me fucking insane.
Especially since the young boys and the microitis is so prevalent. The idea allegedly, like, fuck, I don't like.
I know.
Understand.
Factually.
So I didn't read the story Phil sent us today, but now there's concerns with Moderna's myocarditis effects.
I think it was Israel, or was it Amsterdam? I forget what it was. A European country that just basically said Moderna's like out, like they're not giving it anymore because they give like triple the dose of vaccine,
much higher dose.
Pfizer does. Yeah, it's like 100 and I think Pfizer is like 30. I think.
Yeah.
But
makes me feel better about my fucking Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
No shit.
One dose, nobody gives a shit because they were like the redheaded stepchild of vaccines. I'm good with it.
It's really funny because
why is no one doing it like a dead virus vaccine? in the United States. You know, like that.
J&J was the closest version to that, but it was
but it's
still
still not.
It was an
you know?
mRNA replica. Like, so it was a dead virus vaccine that causes your body to create spike proteins. It tricks your body into thinking that it needs to. So it really wasn't the mRNA, but like that's what the J&J did, was trick your body into going, oh shit, this is coming in. I need to make spike proteins. That's what J&J was supposed to do.
I can kind of give you the skinny on the government worker version of how the vaccines fucking portrayed for the government workers. All right, you get Pfizer and Moderna. You get 2 shots, right? So with every shot you take, you get 2 days off to like counter the fucking counter attacks or the
side effects.
You know, the after side effects
the mild arm pain that you might have.
All right. Yeah. So when you take the Pfizer or the Moderna, you get 2 days off, 2 days off of work. And then when you take the J&J, you get one shot. So you get 2 days off. But if you get the Pfizer or the Moderna, you get 2 days off for the fucking Pfizer or Moderna. And then 2 weeks later, you get another 2 days off for the other. So everybody else was fearing for the other one because they get 2 more days off. So my ass decided, I was like, I'm going to go for the J&J. And they're like, you only get 2 days off with that. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'd rather go with J&J. I'm going to get one and done. Fuck you all. I will work. I don't care. But they're bribing people by getting the other shots. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah,
the government workers, majority of them got the other 2 fucking vaccinations because they get extra 2 days off.
Yeah,
not gonna fucking lie because it's true and it's fact. Trust the science.
The reason I went for the J&J when I kind of had the fucking decision to make and kind of coerced and forced into doing it, otherwise go find a new fucking job. I did the J&J because when I was watching all the videos of like what this shit does to your body and like and how these things are you know, when it gets injected, what does it actually do? Come to find out, like this is a little known fact about J&J. About 60% of the time it actually creates spike proteins. The other 40% time it doesn't actually take. So I still got a 40% chance that shit didn't take in my body, and I'm just still going naturally like everybody else. So, you know, I may not have pure tiger blood, but I got a 40% chance of still having tiger blood, baby.
Well, I have awesome sauce. I beat out both of you.
Is that the same what sauce were we talking about earlier today?
Now you see me, now you don't.
And Lynn's gone. That's right when you did that. That's perfect timing.
Yeah, I just like it blows my mind that people do not read and do not and those
don't just believe your government.
Yeah, just believe it. It's fine. I told my mom. I love my mom, and I'm just like, stop watching the news. For the love of God. I mean, she was honestly scared.
Yeah, it'll scare the shit out of you.
Crying in front of me, like, I don't want to die. I'm like, you're not gonna die. I'm like, you're really healthy. Like, you don't understand. Like you have to have a lot of comorbidities. You have none. You're fine. Like, just you know, she still took the vaccine. Fine, like that's her choice. She's an adult. She needs to make a decision for herself. And I don't begrudge anyone that would take the vaccine. Like, I understand what
if you feel it's necessary, do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I honestly, I feel bad for you guys, the decision that you had to make, but I understand what you did, and I would never begrudge you or belittle you for any of that because you're dumb motherfuckers. But I mean,
you love me too, Brandon.
But I honestly, I feel like I feel adults are adults. You make the decisions you have to make. You weigh the pros, cons, the risks, all that thing. Children don't have that luxury, so forcing children to do this is just completely irresponsible on so many levels and disgusting, quite disgusting. And if you think that you're gonna do I don't want to promise violence, but I'll tell you what, it'd be hard. Yeah,
non-violent civil
yeah,
disobedience.
it would be. Yeah, man. If someone tried to take my kids away from me, or
that would cause violence.
Oh my God, I love those kids more than I love myself, and anyone else in my life. I love my wife, but man, if someone tried to take my kids from me, whew, good luck. Good luck.
So with that being said, folks, those watching, smash the like button if you haven't already. Share this stream. I know we're wrapping up, coming towards the end of the show. But the only way we grow is by word of mouth. We have been shadow banned on Facebook, YouTube. I don't even think anybody on Twitch I don't even pay attention to Twitch. We've been up and down. Like we have like 1 week where it's just like fantastic showing, and then all of a sudden it goes to hell, goes back and forth. Is what it is. The only way we can grow and get those likes and get people to join the community. And you know what? If it's only 2 of us in here, and maybe it's just the 3 of us sitting here talking and nobody's watching, we're still going to do it. I'm still going to have fun doing it. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. But it's more fun if we do have more voices in the chat, more people supporting the show and allowing us to continue upgrading, having some fun and doing some crazy stuff. So as Yank says,
armpit.
Yes.
Thank you.
Like, share, and follow.
I was typing.
You're typing, sorry, but
and Lynn's like, yeah, follow me on TikTok as well.
TikTok.
West Lynn 4 on the TikTok.
On the TikTok.
All right,
I need 1,000 so I can go live with Tony.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys can do a live duet.
My co-host Jim, who's never on, says that he always calls he calls Facebook the Facebook, and this week my wife said the YouTube. So I instantly texted Jim and was like, "Can you believe she just said that?" And he goes, "Wow, she's old," and she's actually the youngest of the 3 of us.
And he says the Facebook.
Yeah, she said. Yeah, he says the Facebook all the time, or the Well,
that's awesome.
The everything.
All right, let's get into the final story of the night. Wrap this bitch up. Jump over to post show and all that good stuff. Humanity is 100 seconds from annihilation. Doomsday clock remains unchanged for the 3rd year in a row because the world is no safer than it was last year at this time. True. Scientists unveiled the Doomsday clock.
I blame Jussie Smollett.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
Him and several others.
Yeah.
75th time since 1947, the clock remains at 100 seconds from to midnight for the 3rd year in a row. This is because the world is no safer. Nuclear war risks, the lack of action toward climate change and spread. Oh my God, this is the worst part. The spread of misinformation and conflict in space are part of Thursday's decision.
There's a consensus.
A Daily Mail.
Yeah.
You wrote this, right? With the Stacy Liberator of Daily Mail. Maybe.
Millennial.
Maybe.
No.
You're a part of this problem.
Yeah.
Gen Z. She's Gen Z.
Maybe.
It's climate change's fault and
maybe you're not educating your audience enough on some of this, and maybe you're not educated enough, and maybe you're a cunt. Okay.
Ooh, man, an hour and 47 minutes in, 48 minutes in.
I'm not even drunk.
I know. It's the first time we heard it.
I know.
I'm shocked.
Proud of me.
I am.
I'm surprised Lynn didn't say it.
Normal fun.
Climate change here in last month, it got colder.
It got cold. The Doomsday clock remains blah blah blah.
It got cold in January. What?
What? The Bulletin of Atomic Scientists unveiled the clock on Thursday, which keeps track of the likelihood of humanity's annihilation for the 75th time since its first debut. Since then, the group is annually announced Doomsday's clock's minute hand has moved closer to or away from midnight, the marker for disaster. The Doomsday clock Is it like, is that a telling sign? For 3 years, we've been 100 seconds away from annihilation. It has not gone backwards. Like, is that telling of just like, be afraid? Be afraid. Like, what are we trying to accomplish with this fucking thing? And we get these fucking douchebags wearing masks in front of it.
Oh yeah, they're on a Zoom. So in 2014, the Arctic ice was supposed to be gone too.
The clock's gonna give you COVID. Put on a mask.
Yeah.
Are you vaccinated? If not, I'm gonna jail your ass. Like, these fucking weirdos.
Yeah, what was Al Gore's prediction? Was like 10 years.
2014, the Arctic polar ice would be gone. That was his, like, gone. Like, that was his prediction. It wasn't like, well, there's going to be less. No. It was going to be gone. Well, newsflash, it's not gone.
A random Rick review says, I haven't heard about nuclear war since the 80s. Climate changed last month. Here it got colder in January.
It's shocking.
Shocking. It's fucking crazy how that happens.
Isn't that weird? How temperatures get cold?
Hey guys,
in like January and February, be prepared. It's going to get colder.
Wait. You know what's going to happen here in just a few minutes? You know what's going to happen? The snow
get warmer.
The snow's going to melt. It's going to get warmer, and then it's going to fucking rain a lot.
Oh my god!
You know what? I think March will be kind of cold still, and then April will start to warm up, and then May, holy shit, flowers
the fucking
might start to bloom.
Nostradamus down here spitting.
Yeah, like flowers might start to bloom in May, and then like June, you might see these giant like orange bugs. They call them June bugs. You might see them flying around.
Oh my god!
How much do you think these assholes get paid?
I know. I should start writing for these people because, god damn it, I can make doom and gloom articles to make fucking things seem worse than they are.
We really got to start mocking these motherfuckers. I swear. God! Like, we got to start doing videos that just like completely like.
They said the quiet part out loud here. Artist Mardo Langsford was commissioned to make the clock and told to create an image that would frighten men into rationality, according to Eugene Rabinovich.
Into rationality. Yeah, because you want to frighten people into rationality. That makes sense. What the
That's kind of like that damn article you had with the robot with tears.
Yeah, right.
Like, they're gonna frighten you into rationality with that fucking.
Don't make fun of me.
Right there.
Maybe
That's gonna frighten you into rationality right there. This fucking sad robot.
But that's the thing. Like, a bot is not even a real robot. Like right? Like
Skinner's a warlock.
I try. I do what I can.
Yes, be afraid, be very afraid. The truth variant is here. Is this a protest? What's that sign about? I don't like it.
Truth variant, man, that'd be bad.
This is like one of those signs that can mean anything.
Yep.
Like, what? What's going on?
We should make that fillable for a meme. Like, penis is here, or the truth.
big dick Saint Uranus.
Yeah.
The truth warlock is here.
I do have a couple more videos here from Tony as we start wrapping up. Let's see what we got here. So Tony couldn't join us tonight. Take a drink and saying his name.
He felt obligated to fucking share.
Yeah. He posted some videos for us to put on here, and I have failed to play them as the show went on because I kind of forgot about it. But we'll get through them real quick.
Hey there, folks. Tony G again. I just wanted to stop in real quick and throw you some trivia. Did you know that in several countries, some new brides will place tiny bags containing blood of chickens in their vagina prior to having intercourse to prove that the hymen was intact before marriage? In other countries, women use congealed sheep's blood for the same purpose. And the record for the most female orgasms is 134 in 1 hour.
The female orgasm thing, and it just translates to Phil.
Yeah.
That was fucking gold. I will fucking give a clap on that one.
Good job, Tony.
I definitely LOL'd on that one.
The more you know. You know what? I have one of those for Tony.
I needed more you know with my face on it, for fuck's sakes. God damn. You got everybody else but me. And I'm a sexy looking motherfucker. I'm just saying.
All right. I'll make more of the more you knows. I only got the me,
warlock.
Tony, and Phil. Yeah, I'll get the warlock. The warlock.
Can you do the more vaccine and then throw me up there?
I just need a good clip of you saying, "Did somebody say vaccine?"
Did someone? You know that guy that peeks around the tree? That gif.
Yeah,
that's a
or the guy from Mortal Kombat is like, and be like, "Somebody say vaccines." What else? Got another one here from Tony.
Holy shit, I'm tripping balls. Oh, that's some good DMT, Joe.
Good message there from Joe Biden.
That was great.
Appreciate Joe Biden popping in once in a while. All right, we're gonna wrap this bitch up. We will do post show that will be recorded and posted. We're gonna start posting these post shows back on Locals like we used to, because Locals actually like expanded space for us now, so I can actually do more than a 5-minute video clip on there now. Nice. So all that information and details on how to get to the post show, how to get to Locals and find all that stuff can all be found Linktree/Big Bucket. You can find all of that there. Post show room is already set up for anybody who wishes to join while we do our outros and all that bullshit. All are welcome to join. You don't have to jump on camera. You don't have to talk. You can just sign in, just sit there and listen to us talk shit. Gets a little crazy, gets a little racy, gets a little fun. You know, it's not like Tim Pool, when Tim Pool's like, we're going to do our after hours special and we're going to cuss and stuff. Well, no, usually we're like talking porn. Well, when Tony's on there, it's mostly porn.
Yeah.
Sometimes uncomfortable amounts of porn when Tony's on there.
Anal swabs.
Yeah, we'll get back into anal swabs, I'm sure. There's plenty of other stories to talk about. But anyway, fellas, go ahead and let folks know where they can find you and what you got going on, what's coming up, and we'll get the fuck off of here. Lynn, go ahead, man.
All right. Well, folks, it's been a beautiful episode of the Dog and Chicken Show. And I just thought I would just take the 2 minutes of my life to just tell you how fucking awesome you are for watching this. And like and share. And if you haven't, you're a dastardly motherfucker. Follow me on Westland4 on TikTok.
You almost forgot
it was on my name for fucking ever.
Forgot it.
And you know what? Westland4 on TikTok, some of the best quality TikToks you'll ever see on the face of the fucking earth. Because if I don't make it seem like as grandiose as possible, then maybe I won't get any followers. So, apparently that's the way you do it. You lie. And I got some random shit of me just like, yeah, I just like talk shit and I make weird noises with my eyeball and I say things funny every now and then and I might get some followers. Give your follow glaze up to my boy right up here, Brendan, at the fucking Dad's Worldwide podcast. You need to follow this guy because he has got more dad advice than you can shake a stick at. Yes, big sticks.
Thank you.
He swings them because that's the way he does. And obviously you're on the big buck and empire, so obviously you're following this big fella. But I tell you what, it's been a great night. We learned a lot of lessons, and I'm sorry I had like the Mr. Roboto intro because I had really bad connection with my fucking computer. But you know what?
You were
I
voguing.
switched over my phone and I look great now.
There's a song.
And hey, mwah, to all my followers,
hot.
to all
It was
my
hot.
people, like, share to everybody else, and yeah, give a thumbs up for everybody. And we'll see you in the after show. Good night.
Sounds good. Real quick before we go to Brendan, apparently the post show link was last week's link. It didn't get updated. Apologize for that. I did post tonight's post show link in all of the chats. Feel free to join there. Brendan, let them know all your shit and stuff and good things.
First of all, if you're not following Westland 4 on TikTok, well, fuck you.
You're missing out.
So, yeah.
My penis.
Seriously, yeah, check him out. He is one of the funniest people I know. So definitely check him out. And pretty soon, gonna be on Dad's Worldwide at some point, right?
One day.
Right? We're on dadsworldwide.com or dadsww.com. We're on all the socials. Come hit us up. We just had Zach from the Plaid Jacket Philosopher podcast on, and I know, shocking, we talk about the trades and COVID. And then I did a little solo episode myself in the last episode and didn't talk about COVID. So go check that out. And I appreciate you. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for listening to me. And generally, we're not too crazy politics on Dad's Worldwide, but we try to have fun. So
you can come get that out here
anytime.
Anytime you want, Brendan. You got to get some shit out.
Exactly what I do.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Make sure you check out Phil over at KOE Nation on YouTube, Twitch. Also,
being said,
yeah, we'll get to that. Big Buckin. So you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on most social. Check out our Twitter at Bark and Cluck. Like a dog barks and a chicken cluck. So Bark and Cluck on Twitter. That's my handle there. I don't know. I don't even know if you should go there because I'm probably going to end up getting rid of that and just like go into Gab or something anyway. But I don't know. We'll figure it out from there. I probably shouldn't promote things that I'm going to delete, right? That's probably not a smart strategy.
Promote the fuck out of everything.
Now.
Yeah, promote it all. Yeah. Anyway, all that being said, folks, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you come back next week for episode 124 of the Dog and Chicken Show. We appreciate all the viewers, and make sure, share it with one buddy who's like-minded that might sit down and get a good laugh or have a good time or give us a good comment or whatever the hell. Find one person. That's your goal between now and next week. Appreciate it. As always, raise a glass to yourselves. Love you. We'll see you next week, folks.
Cheers.
Cheers. And see if it just smooths itself out.
Back. Tell you what I'll do if I ever get back. I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We're